Welcome, everybody, to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, where we think we know everything, but we really don't know. Isn't it? Oh, man. The Bears. Step forward, two steps back. It's going to be pretty heated up in here today, I'm going to assume. But we're back. Tuesday. My green man is back also. So remember to like and subscribe to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. Please like and subscribe to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. We're going to be talking about our beloved and mediocre right now because their record is 4-4 Bears. That and more on the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. Commish, hit it!
You are now rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, where they think they know everything, but honestly, they don't know shit.
Watch these summer league games and they tell you about these new up-and-coming coaches.
I think we should get rid of every motherfucking owner in Chicago.
Enzo and Caruso both been there around the corner like your defensive generals.
But they need to get that strong safety who's not scared to hit somebody.
They really don't know shit.
Yes, thank you all for rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. Once again, I'm your man, Foul Mouth C, covering for our boy Tnic, who's actually on a plane right now coming in from Arizona. So, Chicago Bears coming out the bye week, 4-2 record. Last 2 weeks, I think they're going to put up a total of 24 points, which makes them have averaged 12 points the last 2 games per game. Offense has definitely took a step back. Defense is going to have a couple lapses. You know, we got a couple injuries, but that still does not, no excuse for the way the offense has been playing. I'm going to go in on your boy. This last game, Caleb Williams. I know a lot of people they want to blame. They want to blame coming Shane Waldron, and he does get blamed for this as well. So does Matt Eberflus. But if I had to put a percentage on it, I'm going 60% Caleb Williams this last game, 40% on Shane Waldron. I will talk more about that, dive into it more later on in the show because I don't want to, go ahead and get into it right now, not without, my guys getting in because I'm pretty sure we're going to get pretty heated about it. I know some guys are going to say it's more so Waldron. We had a lot of people out there, and I hate to bring this shit up. A lot of people were drinking the Caleb Kool-Aid where they were sitting up there saying that Caleb was supposed to be this guy. He's going to come right in. He's going to set the world on fire. He's going to be better than Justin Fields. All that type of bullshit. So far, I don't see it. I see a guy that's had more weapons. I've seen a guy that's had more, he's going to have more passing opportunities. I mean, Shane Waldron's supposed to be an upgrade over Luke Getsy, who I think I heard was fired. I don't know for sure. So don't quote me on that. I think he was fired from Las Vegas. So don't quote me on that. But I honestly don't see it. Right now, this kid, he's looking a lot like how he looked at USC.
We just the Bears are what we thought they were. What we thought they were.
Yeah, exactly. And right now, he's looking like shit. He's not turning the ball over, which is a good thing, but he's not completing his passes either, which is a bad thing. And he's running in the fucking sacks. So that's my little rant for right now. But like I said, we'll be diving more into that when the rest of the crew comes in. So matter of fact, shit, let's go ahead and bring in the All-Star team. First up is my man that know all the stats from the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s. Our boy, JB. Uh-oh, look like you got that Aldi's connection. I don't know, it's pretty black. Might want to take yourself off. Oh, shit. Looks like we having technical difficulties now getting JB into the podcast. So I will go ahead, before you do a commission, I'll go ahead and bring in the other All-Star first.
Hell no, to the no, 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 hell to the no.
He's the Tank. We call him Frank. Frank the Tank.
I like that, like an entrance for me right there. Hell no to the no.
Hey, man.
Oh, what's up, Foul? Yeah, JB with that commercial. Don't know what happened.
Yeah, sometimes you got to call an audible in this motherfucker. Something that Caleb Williams didn't do too much of last week. And if he did, they weren't fucking successful.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to go as far as 60, what you said with Caleb. I might still put more on coaching, but it still doesn't take away that Caleb played like shit. Like, I mean, I'd say that first half, I don't think our offensive line was really that bad in the first half.
It wasn't. It really wasn't.
They weren't great, but they weren't that bad. I saw Caleb, again, just sail it over a lot of receivers. You know, like just he expected his receivers to stop when they kept going, and he was short throwing them a lot. It was an ugly game, but I mean, I'm more worried about in that type game, and I don't know if you saw it as much as I saw it, but I felt the team quit on Flus. I really felt like they stopped trying. Like it was pretty sad. Like that one play, and I love DJ Moore, but that one play, mid-play, he went off the sidelines and went to the fucking bench because he was so pissed off.
Yeah, I don't know if they necessarily quit on Flus.
Maybe it was Waldron.
Or more so it was Waldron. I do get what you're saying. Now, if I had to go in totality as far as for this entire year, I would put more onus on Shane Waldron.
Agreed.
As far as giving him the blame. But for this last game, just from looking at the tape and stuff, going over things, oh yeah, I'm going 60-40 Caleb. Damn sure. Because
it was a very ugly game for Caleb. I'm not denying that one bit. I mean, if you're going to list any positive thing that happened in that game, anything at all, I mean, I did feel Swift had another good game, but you stopped giving him the ball in the second half.
Yeah.
He saw like 3 carries in the second half. It's just like, I mean, shit. Why'd you stop when that was the only successful thing that was going on in that first half?
Definitely.
And defensively, like, and I think everybody on the panel actually picked the Bears to win this game. Soon as they put out that report that said now listed Kyler Gordon and Montez Sweat, I'm like, yep, I don't pick us to win now.
Yeah.
I don't pick us to win now because you are not going to – Montez Sweat, in my opinion, he's not replaceable. You cannot plug somebody in there to fill that spot, and that proved it because I mean, and give or take, I mean, what did anybody on the stats? What was Kyler Murray's stats?
They weren't impressive, not good at all. But
run game,
you know, it was their running game. Their running game was tearing us up. But we're gonna try this for the second time now. We're gonna bring in another member of the All-Star team, the guy. Stat man, they know all the stats from the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s. I mean, JB.
He said 2010s, 2020s. He's got it all, man.
2010s. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, JB?
Man, shoot, nothing much, man. You know, the crazy thing is you log on, and then that little thing come and say update, and it's like,
oh.
Yeah, those are the worst, right?
Yeah, because when you logged in, all I saw was I saw you at first. You was frozen, and then your mic was muted, and then all of a sudden shit just went black.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah. So I said, okay, let's go ahead and bring in the Tnic.
Yeah.
That we know.
It happens.
Yeah.
Hey, shit happens. Clearly, we saw it on Sunday.
Yeah, a lot of shit happened.
There's no question. That was some stinky shit.
To piggyback what you said, though, Fal, as much blame as we want to put on the play calling, we have to put a little bit of blame on Caleb because when the All-22 came out, there were options where people were open, but he was holding the ball so long. There were times when he rolled out instead of stepping up into the pocket, that's just fundamentals. And his accuracy, his deep throw accuracy, I sent a little metric to the producer, to Crooked Commish. Hopefully he can get that put up for us. But dude was only like 28% connecting on deep routes on he's just not it. And we said this before, that when you had that perfect storm of Eberflus not being a leader in men and making questionable decisions, Shane Waldron clearly he's not scheming people or against the other defense. He's just calling plays.
Yeah.
He playing Madden for real. Try this play.
That's a good point. It is like a Madden.
Caleb just being overwhelmed and hunting for the big play. Fal, you had said this in our chat. There were lanes to run and extend drives. Wide open lanes.
Yeah, I saw that too.
No, you got it. You was calling it all day. And I'm just like, run.
Yeah, not even just that too. He's waiting for that deep ball to open up that he misses on way too often when he has a wide open check down that can get you 15 yards because nobody's even around him.
I'll tell you one thing that's telling to me. Oh shit! I don't know what's going on with it. What is in there? One thing that's telling to me is this is how I know Caleb came into the season and he was talking. I don't know if it was to somebody else on the other team. He's talking about, I haven't gotten nervous since my first game in high school and all that. And he was like, yeah, well, check back with me after that first NFL game. I like the confidence, but sometimes you got to be real with yourself. His confidence, look at Tnic. What up, T? His confidence is not high right now. And the reason why I know it's not, the biggest play that we had in the game, look how he threw the ball to Rome Odunze. He could have threw that motherfucker on the rope and hit him. He lobbed it in there because he was so wide open. He know wasn't nobody going to get there, but he just wanted to make sure that he completed it.
Yeah.
That right there lets me know that your confidence and your accuracy is not there.
Yeah, that should have been a touchdown.
That should have been a touchdown or, goddamn it, a chance where Ron could have made a better move on the dude than he did. Gave him some more room to make a move on the guy.
I like that. I like that fact that you brought that play up because it was almost like, and I ain't gonna lie, he had some pressure.
He did.
He took it. But again, like I said, if he puts just a little bit more pop into that pass, Rome is able to maybe catch, plant, and turn up the sideline and get a little more, possibly break a tackle and score. Because Rome, although Caleb had a bad game, Rome had a good game, and 44 of those yards of his 100 came on that one play that you speak of. Now, on the backside of that, what happens to the DJ Moore play? Because although DJ Moore came and he was like, I'm open, stumbled, you know what? Forget it. Walks off the field, past the coaches, sits down, has a seat, and the play is still going on.
I mean, that shame on DJ with that. It's a shame on DJ with that, but I mean, but at the same time,
shame on DJ. That
was where me and Fa were talking about earlier. Like, I feel like a lot of people have given up on and stopped playing for Shane Waldron because it's pretty messed up. Like, I mean, in that specific play,
I don't think that's as much.
It could be Caleb too. I don't know. Maybe he's getting pissed at Caleb.
I was gonna say as Caleb because they clearly practiced this stuff.
Yeah. That specific
Even
play,
if it's a bad
JB,
play, they practice.
Yeah, that specific play, he could have zipped that ball in there right on the sidelines and got a first down. But he was looking deep. Instead of looking for your open receiver, he was looking deep. You could have zipped that ball in there. You have a strong enough arm where you could have zipped that ball in there. But, I mean, I think that's where Caleb...
I think it's a confidence thing now. Because like Foul, like you were saying, man, if we don't start holding him accountable and he's just playing this like gunslinger rogue type of offense, we know that backyard football don't last long. It leads to injuries, it leads to interceptions, and it leads to getting your butt on the bench and people fired. Now, with DJ, because DJ is the number one, I can look at the targets and be like, okay, there's meaningful targets or just stuff that was in your direction that you knew good and well that you wasn't going to catch. Same with Keenan. Like, why is Keenan getting 10 targets, 3 catches for 36 yards, but Cole Kmet doesn't get one? Not one.
And he wasn't even like
one
he wasn't
catch,
even in there
one
blocking either.
And you know,
he was open. Plenty of time. We didn't pass in the middle.
Yeah. And you know what? You're going to have a lot of people, like I call them the Caleb tramp stampers, that are going to sit up there and they're going to blame Shane Waldron for that. That was not Shane Waldron. Like I said, if Cole Kmet spent majority of his time on the bench or staying in the block, I can get it. That's a scheme thing. He did not. He was out there. There were a couple times, if you look at the all 22, there were a couple times where Cole Kmet was wide the fuck open. He just didn't throw the ball to him. He was big game hunting. His connection with DJ Moore is so fucking off. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And you can see that your number one wide receiver is getting fed up with this shit. Because I don't know what type of relationship that they can have. I don't know what the fuck is going on at Hallett's Hall. Few of us do. Only the people that's out there, the players and the coaches, and maybe a couple staff members there know exactly what's going on. But there's obviously a disconnect between Caleb Williams and DJ Moore. Your number one wide receiver is not getting targeted enough. You're throwing the ball into double fucking coverage. You're missing him. You're missing your check down guys. You know, let your guys sit up there and make plays for you. Another thing. Now I will go to Shane Waldron. Shane Waldron. How is it that you got a beat up ass line, but you keep going in motherfucking shotgun?
You know, I was gonna ask you that because go ahead, finish because I got a thought. Go ahead, finish.
Yeah, you're going in the shotgun. I sit up there and I watched Chase Daniels. Chase Daniels broke down a lot of shit. He said, Bears under center. One of the few times that they've been doing that this year. Under center, getting positive yards. They ran a play. They ran a run play under center. DJ Swift, 10 yards. Then they go back into the shotgun formation. DJ Smith runs the ball, 1 yard, 2 yards. Your offensive line is beat up. You're on your third place fucking tackle over there. Your left guard has been beat up all year. Your fucking center, who has probably been the healthiest out of all these son of bitches, he's been getting his ass ran through like a hole over there on fucking 75th Street, 75th and Halsted. Your right guard, Pryor, he's not really a guard. He's been more of a tackle in his years in the NFL. But they still got him right there. Yeah, he's been sort of like a swing tackle during his years. And then Darnell Wright, unfortunately, went out with an injury. You know, so you're not getting anybody in there to sit up there and help and chip on these guys. Give your quarterback some more time. And then let's talk about your quarterback. Once again, there are opportunities for you, sweet feet, to sit up there and run the fucking ball. If you make a guy miss or make guys miss, run the fucking ball and no one's open. You got lanes to run the fucking ball. He will not. And he's running into sacks, which are also knocking the fucking team out of scoring position. And he's been doing this the whole year. I said it from the beginning of the year. This is not UFC. This is not Oklahoma. These guys are bigger, they're stronger, they're faster, and they're smarter. You can't be doing the shit that you was doing there and thinking that that shit is going to fucking fly. It's not. And you're fucking your team up. And what you're going to fuck around and do is, God forbid, you're going to fuck around and get yourself hurt. because a lot of your sacks come from you.
Yeah,
the line ain't the best, but you ain't fucking helping none either.
Yeah, with those lanes being open, I understand he's saying he doesn't like the run, but like how you're saying, it's a different freaking ball game. This is not college. This is the NFL. You don't have a good offensive line, let alone you have a hurt offensive line right now. When you see that lane open, you got to take it. And what makes it worse is they're not leaving a sleeper on him anymore because they don't think he's going to run. He wants to stay back there. Sometimes the sleeper will come up if they see him escape the pocket. But by that time, how many times in that second half did us being fans, us being couch potatoes sitting on the couch, how much did you say, okay, here comes a blitz right on the left-hand side. They're loading it up. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Sack. And if you see that blitz come, fucking run to the right. You see a lane, run to the right or audible out of it and get a quick hit. You just don't. He audibled a lot early in the season. I didn't see any audibles really yesterday. Hardly any, at least.
No, he audibled some, but it wasn't
not nearly as much.
A lot of it was because not nearly as much as he did in the Washington game. But
he fucked up the protection.
He never slid the protection.
That too, yeah.
And to me, when you're on the side and you're an empty backfield or single back with 4 to 5 people running out, and you see 6 coming, like you literally saw, they weren't disguising it.
No,
they were just coming.
It wasn't delayed blitzes. Like they showed it.
No,
you knew it was coming.
When I'll never forget the one that really pissed me off the most. When Buda Baker came straight up the gap, and Caleb tried to dip and dive and ran into the other defensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point where you shook him the first time. Step up and just take off. The play is over with. Quit trying to. And then there's other plays where I'm like, they're sending 6 again. You're in shotgun. He's a sitting duck. There's other plays where they sent that one where it's like there's an empty backfield and there's 3 staggered to the left, 1 off, and then 1 to the right, and it's 4 of them are in the same spot. I'm like,
one of them is gonna come if they're both in the same spot. That's common sense.
You're gonna overload blitz anyway because you're in dime. They have 7 people in coverage. That means there's 4 people on the line. Check out that play and run the ball.
Yeah.
Check out of that play. And if the running back is not in the game, run it yourself.
The one you're talking with the Buda Baker one, that was the one where he was not touched coming right up the A-gap, right?
But it's not like he said,
I believe that's the one you're talking about. But I mean, at the same time, I believe the protection was supposed to be, they didn't expect that blitz and everything like that. So Jenkins went and helped off with the other guy. But I mean, if you're a quarterback and you know that Jenkins is going to
Chris Morgan. No.
Is that a different one?
That's also the center of Chris.
Yes, and I don't like our center. We don't have a good center.
But that's also Chris Morgan's problem because the center, think of it like this, a good center, even if the quarterback isn't calling, a center is going to recognize that protection and make a protection call too.
Yes.
I got a fucking fire, man.
But I understand 100% that should be the center's call, but why can't your quarterback just give him a little tap on the butt? He's coming, take him instead. He's coming, take him instead.
I don't think he recognized it till it was too late. Because remember, after he said hi, he pointed. He was like, "Oh,
yeah."
Like you didn't recognize that from the line. The first thing you could do, and I remember this from my days in high school. The first thing you do when you walk up to the line as a quarterback, you find out where your safeties and your middle linebackers are. That is the very first thing you do. You identify your safeties. Okay, this dude down in the box. This dude. Oh, they bring it 8. Check out of it, play action, quick slant, something, one-on-one. He just literally said hike, got the ball, and you can literally see him point. No, he literally points like, hey, he's here.
He's coming. Here he comes right at me.
He's here already.
Yeah.
And that's part of the things where I say that is not just on Waldron with the bad play call, but that's on Caleb because you should have recognized that from the line.
Like when I'm coming out and saying Waldron's a problem, I'm not saying Caleb is not. Caleb, but I mean this is the thing, and I mean Caleb is still what was this, his 7th game in the NFL? I mean, we're hoping he's going to see that his 8th. we're 4-4 now. So hopefully he's gonna start seeing this, learning from it, adapting to it. But where I don't like Waldron is the one who's teaching him this stuff. Hey man, you got to see that stuff. Waldron, I was one of those people who was very excited that Waldron came over here because I saw what he did in Seattle. I saw what he did with Geno Smith. But now I'm just sitting there. I was like, wow, that was one lucky son of a bitch because I ain't seeing any of that fucking shit here.
Well, remember, I told you, I said, is it really Waldron being that much of a genius, or is it because he has veteran players that can actually make the plays?
He did have a solid offensive line, too. Solid. I'm not saying great, but way better.
We got too many okay to bad players or rookies to go through. And I people out there, I apologize. I'm not dumping on Keenan Allen. But my God, could you stop making him the focal point because he only runs choice routes?
Yeah.
If that's the case, put him on the outside and let DJ come to the slot and work.
This is a good question. I know we don't want to keep talking about Justin, but would Justin fit in this system better from what I'm seeing? Yeah, because I do see a lot of lanes wide open and Justin's not shy enough to take them. So, I mean, you probably would see better. But I don't know.
I'm going to say
our offensive line is still shit. I'm not denying that. The offensive line is still shit. And it's even now we're getting the back end of the shit because now it's all the subs.
But I'm going to say 50-50 on that because one thing we know with Justin in there, we can eliminate that screen shit. He don't care for the screen. But on the positive side, we can say because of him, DJ Moore had his best, most productive year ever. So there was a connection between him and Justin that you could have worked on and I'm not saying that Justin was a veteran like Geno, because remember, Geno was kind of like okay to bad at the Jets, but then when he left the Jets, he just was kind of like, where's Geno? Then he just came out of nowhere and was like, oh, he understood football. So he was able to make some noise, went to the playoffs with Seattle, had his 4,030 season. And a lot of that was because, I mean, hell, you got DK, you got Tyler Lockett, you had Will Dissly and Noah Fant, you had a solid defensive line. Kenneth Walker was that complete back. He not only breaks tackles, but he can be shifty and has good speed and stuff. Like, it was just a good mix of people, which is why if you really watch how he's playing, he's doing a disservice, because when you run Swift as much as you do in those short yardage situations and don't run Roshan, you know what you just eliminated? You just eliminated action.
Yeah.
You just eliminated play action. Because they're not, they know you're not going to run. They know it.
Swift was playing well, but I mean, our offense runs a lot better.
He wasn't playing well. He was playing okay.
I mean, he didn't run the ball that much in the second half, though. He didn't run the ball in the second half.
But he had 16 carries. It don't matter.
Yes, but if I'm not mistaken, he had 16 carries, but 11 of those were in the first half.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. One thing about it is that your running back, he's not gonna always look great if all you're doing majority of the time when you're running with him is from the fucking shotgun.
Yeah,
I mean, let's be honest.
And you know when
you look at the history of the NFL, running backs do not run from the fucking shotgun. They run from other formations. Shotgun is like the least formation that they run from. And you got your idiot offensive coordinator, because that's where I'm at with him, that constantly keeps doing the same fucking shit week in and week out. Someone just put in there, this shit has been embarrassing since the fucking bye week. It's like they went into the fucking bye week, and like I said last week, I was sort of nervous about the bye week, because it looks like they went into the fucking bye week and he said, okay, that whole little powwow that we had where we went on this nice little winning streak, I'm going to say, fuck that. I'm going to run the offense that I want to run, and that's what we're going to come out and we're going to do. I'm going to see if that shit works again now. And it hasn't worked the last fucking 2 weeks, you fucking idiot. Why do you keep doing this shit? We are couch potatoes. Even though a lot of us have played football, not on a professional level, but high school and college, we do identify certain shit. But if we can sit up there and do that, and we're not getting paid for it, and your dumb ass is probably getting close to $1 million to fucking do this shit,
or more,
that means that you're not doing your fucking homework. One thing that we talked to Blake There used to be the I don't know why his fucking first name is skipping me. The quarterback they used to play for the Cincinnati, Jeff Blake. And one thing that Jeff Blake sit up there and said, and I agree with him: ego.
Yeah.
It's so many fucking egos in this sport, and it's gonna cost motherfuckers their job. Shane Waldron, this shit gonna cost you your job. Eberflus, you're gonna get canned because of your fucking coordinator. Your coordinator's gonna get you canned. And on top of you making a couple dumbass damn calls yourself, you're going to be up out of here. There's no fucking way in hell that I'm the fucking head coach and I'm going to get canned for another motherfucker because he ain't doing what the hell he's supposed to do. Hey, Eric Washington, check this out. You calling the defense. Waldron, you calling the offense. If I don't like whatever fucking play that you call, guess what? We Xing that motherfucker. Just like that. Because I'm not about to get fired for one of you dumbasses. If I'm going to get fired, we're going to get fired running the shit that I want to fucking run. So next time we on the 3rd and 1, you better put Kramer big ass in there. And guess what? He going to block. He ain't going to receive the ball. We're going to put Roshan in that backfield. We're going to pick up that 1 yard. It's just that simple.
And this is the thing. When you brought up that shotgun run thing, the other day I actually reached out to our guy, been on the podcast quite a few times, Eric Kramer, and I asked him that thing on why they keep running shotgun running things. And he was just like, you want to know, honestly, I have asked people this myself, even current coaches this myself. And he said straight up, he was like, they don't feel comfortable anymore running play action from under the center. And I was just like, do they think these quarterbacks are that unathletic nowadays, man? What the fuck is the difference? Other than you're taking an extra 1 or 2 steps. Like shit. And he was just like, oh, I agree. I think it's the dumbest shit ever. Running backs are more successful when the quarterback is under the center. But we don't do that. And we got rid of our fullback when we could actually run I formations now. But, I mean, I guess it's understanding getting rid of last game.
It's 2 things with that, Frank. When you're in shotgun, a running back doesn't have that momentum coming towards the line.
Mm-hmm.
You're standing there, he's standing there, you give him the ball. When you under center, he gets a 3 to 4 yard head start as far as propelling himself to the line. That's just simple old school football. But the problem that I'm having, to Fowl's point, you're going to let a certain person get you fired, but your ego or their ego is getting in the way. Tell me this. What have Caleb, Eberflus, or Waldron done to even have an ego? Where's this ego been earned from? I haven't seen it. I haven't. What has Eberflus won? What is Caleb won? And don't get me started on Shane Waldron, because I know we're not in the business, Bears, because I'm in the business, but I know the Bears are not in the business of hiring and firing folks in the middle of the season. But you see what the Raiders did with Getsy. Hey, man, I haven't seen enough.
Well, I mean, that's an OC, though. It's different to fire an OC, in my opinion. And I honestly think that they might fire an OC before the end of the season, but I still don't think that.
And I'm not mad at that. But you know what you cannot do? You know what you cannot do? You cannot do what you've always done, especially the last 3 first-round quarterbacks that you've picked. You cannot take this kid and have him with a whole nother system.
Well, it's going to happen.
Year, a whole nother. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, but he's never been developed.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's got natural gifts, but can he play? Can Caleb Williams play football? Yes.
Yes.
Is Caleb Williams good at being a quarterback right now? No. He's okay. He's just
I like his vision on the field, even though that has digressed these past few weeks, I feel like. But at the same time, when we're talking about, like, and I know you're on that train of fire Eberflus now. And I mean, that's fine, but I mean, I'm with Fowl on this one in saying you need to find a good replacement for him. But are there some replacements that you could possibly get for him right now? You really can. So I mean, Lovie Smith is still sitting out there, guys. But I would take him as a head coach to finish the season, but you're only bringing in a coach as far as just to finish the season, and then you're telling the Bears freaking front office to stop being such cheap asses and go get me Ben Johnson next year.
See that right there. I can't see that. That's all that is. Yeah, it's the same shit. That's why I can't. I know everybody want to go with the hot coordinator, but how we know this coordinator know how to be a head coach? We don't
All
know.
I know is he knows how to develop an offense. That's all I know. He knows how to develop.
But that's not. But that's the thing,
Jared
though.
Goff,
Shit.
in my opinion, is not a great quarterback. He is making him look like an MVP.
But I understand that, Frank. But at the same time, Eberflus was a very good defensive coordinator. Look how he turned out to be as a head coach.
I mean, we still have a pretty solid defense, in my opinion, right now.
Will we have a solid defense next year?
Yeah, we will.
No, we don't know. Because for the simple fact, you look at the weapons that we got on offense right now. Look at it. We got DeAndre Swift, a good running back. We got 3 nice-ass wide receivers, 2 nice-ass tight ends.
Okay.
A supposedly generational quarterback. But yet, our fucking offense is not even a top 20 fucking offense in the NFL right now.
No.
So just because we get rid of one person to bring in someone that's supposed to be this specialist and this guru on one particular side doesn't mean that, but the defense was fine last year. They were good last year. They're going to be good this year. No, because we don't know who the fuck he's going to bring in.
On that defensive side, and we're not losing anybody. We're not losing anybody on that defensive side.
Can I bring some of y'all attention? When we're saying that, right, I always like to look at the game within the game. At what point do we look at Shane Waldron's Geno Smith year, we'll call it, and then the year after where they regressed? But nobody on this panel, including me, because we just went with our Bears fandom.
Mm-hmm.
Pete Carroll stepped down, and if Shane Waldron was really that dude, he should have been the easy successor to Pete Carroll. But Pete Carroll didn't even sign off on Shane Waldron being the successor. So that to me was telling a little bit. I look at Eberflus. Nobody signed off on Eberflus except for management that we didn't know. Some people say, "Oh well, he had a bottom 10, top 10. 7 to 10 top rated defense." And then somebody said, "Well, they did play the Texans when the Texans were bad, and the Titans weren't good, and the Colts weren't good." I mean, the only team that was good was Jacksonville, kind of, sort of. So that some of their numbers are inflated, and you look at it and you say, "Okay, I'll dig a little deeper in that. Let's see how we do." Then you look at Dennis Allen. And you say, well, damn, Dennis Allen is in the same position as Eberflus with more wins, 2.5 years, and he just got fired because he lost to the Panthers. Right? Yeah. So now Eberflus is on a similar trajectory with a lame duck coaching year, overwhelmed offensive coordinator, and no medicine to remedy this sickness in sight. That's why I said right now, if you part ways with him, what does it really matter? Because you're not going to do anything with him anyway. Because if, let's say, he wins 10 games, you cannot tell me you're keeping this dude next year. You're not.
If he makes the playoffs, they're going to keep him. It's just that simple.
Even if they get close to the playoffs, I feel like they're going to keep him.
No, you want to know why? You want to know why they would keep him? And after I say this, we're going to get into some highlights. The reason why I say if they make the playoffs, they're going to keep him next year. And the reason why they're going to keep him, because you look at who they're going to have to beat in order to make the playoffs. They're going to have to beat Detroit. They're going to have to beat Green Bay. They're going to have to beat Minnesota. They're going to have to beat Seattle. They're going to have to probably beat San Francisco as well. So you're talking about some of the top echelon teams in the NFC that they're going to have to beat in order to make the playoffs. And trust me, if they end up beating those teams, he's coming back next year. We may not want him back.
I agree with Foul on that one.
But here's the thing.
But he's going to be back.
We have one of the hardest second half schedules in the NFL. If we still pull off the playoffs,
we have the number one. But my thing is this: there is nothing about this coach that says we will win those games. Now we say any given Sunday. Cool. But hear me out. With the egregious mistakes that he's made, not counting the trap year. Only the last 2. How can you put him back out, playoffs or not? Because I'll take you back to a year where Lovie Smith went 10-6 and Phil Emery said, "Yeah, see you."
Yeah, and we haven't had a coach since.
This is a similar situation where you get 9 to 10 wins and you still should still lose your job because moving forward, you're not equipped to beat those.
Yes, but Lovey didn't. But the thing was, Lovey didn't make the playoffs. Even though he won those 10 games, he didn't make the playoffs. I'm saying this.
And why didn't he make the playoffs? Do you remember the game? I remember the game. Minnesota, instead of going for it on 4th and 1 and eating out the clock and scoring, he elected to kick a field goal.
Well, they won a game. The thing was that they started out 7-1 and they lost.
The Minnesota game that they lost, he messed up and kicked the field goal where he should have.
But that's not the reason why. That's not the reason why he got fired.
Listen to me. That stopped them from going 11-5 and making the playoffs that game. And they questioned.
Okay, I mean, it may have, but like I said, nobody's saying that Eberflus is going to. If he don't make the playoffs, he's pretty much gone. If he makes them playoffs, yes, they're going to keep him another year. They're not going to extend him. They're just going to let him come back for the following year because there's a reason not to. What's the reason? What you going to fire him for? He just led your team to the fucking playoffs with the hardest schedule remaining in the NFL.
But you're saying what happens if? It's more likely that they don't make the playoffs. It's more likely.
And like I said, if he doesn't, then he's going to be gone.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. What I'm saying. Like, you got to get better. I'm
going to go back on this Lovie Smith that you were talking about. And as much as I don't agree with it, and I say fuck ownership for this, if they were to win 11-5 and Lovie Smith made the playoffs, he still would have been fired. He still would have been fired. They wanted to move on. They wanted to move on. They wanted to be the smarter man in the room and move on.
Okay, so
that's my opinion on that one.
Well, Frank, you can't be on both sides because you just said if Eberflus makes the playoffs, they'll keep him. But if Lovey had made the playoffs, he was going to get fired anyway. So which one is it?
Well, they're two different coaches, in my opinion. Lovie Smith,
one's actually good.
Yeah, Lovie Smith. Yeah, you can say a good coach. Good. I wasn't going as far as a good coach, but Lovie Smith was more of a coach who did whatever the fuck he wanted to do. Eberflus is a puppet and does whatever the fuck other people want him to do. So that's why they would hold on to him and keep him.
And you're holding a lot of other people's jobs. You're holding their fate. You're holding their jobs in their hand, and that's
let's go ahead and watch some highlights.
Yeah, let's watch this.
From this embarrassing ass game. It can't be that fucking long. Unless you want to show Caleb missing all the
Bears. The 12-year veteran. 2nd and 10. Williams steps up. Initially looked like he was going to run. Now he's just running for his life. Throws it and makes the connection. 2nd and 16. Swift single setback. Williams timing. It's there. Hits his man. This is a 3rd down and 6. DeMercado is in. Stepping up. Murray ran into his own man. That slowed him down.
Stupid.
Arizona, Tyreek Stevenson is in there for Chicago. It's a handoff. Connor takes that hole and turns it into a 1st down. Strong run, 15 yards. 3rd and 1. We'll see if Arizona gets Marvin Harrison involved this drive. Murray to McBride, and he's tackled inside the 5. Extra offensive lineman, Heck. 1st and goal. They get the tight end.
Is that bad? It's not good.
Bears team 4-0 at home, 0-3 on the road. Running play, DeAndre Swift. That's good for a 1st down. Josh pulls out of the job, and Eberflus decides, no, I like Gannon. Deep shot, separation, and it's caught. Daly will snap it. Taylor will hold it. And the Bears are on the board.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
Certainly has, and now that his age allows him to be a veteran, these kids are listening to him.
Murray, a laser beam downfield. The ball pops free. Marvin Harrison Jr. couldn't hold on to it. Elijah Hicks comes away.
Shit. Got your ass.
Takes 10 minutes for this roof to close. They're going to try a 53-yarder. Santos leans into it. He drives it.
Well, Lottie frickin' da!
Murray has only thrown the ball 7 times. He's completed 6 of those passes, but this is working, and working well. Connor, another 1st down. They are gashing the Bears up front. 15 yards for Connor. Play clock down to 1. Murray gets the snap off. Murray is
unsportsmanlike conduct, leverage, number 99.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Defense.
On a give. Benson takes it to Oklahoma was because of Kyler Murray. Both number 1 picks, both Heisman Trophy winners, both transferred. Here's DJ Moore in stride. And 3rd and 6. Williams fires it, and it's off the body of Keenan Allen. The sure-handed Allen does not haul it in.
He's a useless shite, that boy. Punish him for me, Errol.
Looking for points. Santos, kick on the way. He's got it. Hey, when you're in the pocket, you're there to throw. You only run when you have to. It's DeMercado breaking away. DeMercado.
You are not fucking focused.
Nick Rollis in his 2nd year. This unit is playing really well. Williams feeds it to Keenan Allen, but it's now at the 40-yard line of Chicago. Fake Murray on the move. Connection made. The hurdle by from South Carolina, replacing Billings on a 2nd and 6. Motion man is Dortch. Murray. Pump. Murray will be escorted to the turf. Grabbing a hold was Martin. Cardinals with a chance to tack on 3 more. And
my disappointment is immeasurable.
4th and 4. Rushes on. Williams uncorks it. Complete. Keenan Allen secures it for the 1st down.
They're leaving Budda Baker all the way back here as a free safety to roam wherever the ball is going to show up.
3rd and 10. Williams thrown down. He was in no man's land.
Do they bring these people? Do they drop them out?
5 defensive backs. Williams in the pocket. They're going after him. And
Oh, no. Oh, no.
This is a 55-yard attempt for Chad Ryland.
That's where Arizona's going right now.
So you get the free kick. It's popped in the air. This thing is going to land at the 36.
Oh, my.
You're done. You're washed. It's over.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Well,
that's some depressing shit.
Yeah, that was some depressing ass shit. What you saw.
Good video. Good video. But it's fucking hell, man.
Great video, but we didn't even show the real bad stuff.
Yeah,
the worst stuff for sure.
The shit was bad. When you sit up there and you look at misreads, you look at one play that was crucial was the defense of when what's his name? God damn it. The DT, the 3-tech.
Javon Dexter, when he propelled himself.
I don't like that call because he didn't propel himself. It wasn't like he hopped up. He had his hand on the dude, but as far as him hopping up and using that as leverage, I didn't see that. I thought that was a bullshit call. Man, the overthrows, the drops, the lack of protection as far as calling out the protection, you know what I'm saying, getting those guys lined up for the type of for the correct protection was terrible. Once again, Caleb keeps going backwards. He keeps going backwards when he gets sacked. And we can't have that happening. He cannot keep constantly going backwards because you're knocking yourself out of any type of field goal range.
Especially when you know that pressure is coming too.
Yeah, especially when you know that the pressure is coming. If you know that the pressure is coming, you're going to have to sit up there and have somebody do a hot route, some shit. But once again, that goes back to also the offensive coordinator. You know these guys are blitzing. You constantly keep going in shotgun. They're getting a full, whether it's a safety or a linebacker, and you're leaving a running back there to fucking protect. They're getting a full speed ahead. They're getting some momentum going to blow his ass up to get right there to the fucking quarterback.
Why do you keep Swift back there to block?
Shit, it wasn't just Swift. He kept Johnson back there as well. You have to change up the formations. Like
a little bit better than Swift.
It was
I mean,
really,
he's a lot better than Swift, but at the same time, you have to sit up there and change up the fucking formation. Give them some. You know what I saw in there too? Also, what happened when they went under center? He handed the ball off to DeAndre Sweat. How many yards did DeAndre Sweat get?
Got a first down.
Yeah, exactly. And then guess what? You didn't see that shit no more. You didn't see it no more in the fucking game. That just shows the type of idiocy that you have from your fucking offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I'm saying that
he's idiotic.
Shotgun will buy him a second and a half. But my thing is, again, when you see that coming and you have Keenan Allen in your slot, who's supposed to be this great KG veteran, why isn't he letting Caleb know, hey, slant right now, hit me right off the line or something like that? Don't let the kid just sit up there and say, so to Vonswell, I do not think they're bringing the whole quarterback because right now, I don't think there's a place for Keenan Allen on this team next year. No matter who the coordinator is, I feel that you have to kind of cut ties because although I don't mind Caleb kind of latching on to a veteran like that, but the production is not there. He got hurt again, early on in the year. I don't know if he's going to get hurt again later on in the year, but I just feel that now everything is look for Keenan first, look for Keenan first, look for Keenan first. And there's times where Cole Kmet should have been the primary, especially when Buda Baker is coming.
Yeah.
Why don't you hit Kmet, man? Like, what? It's not that hard.
Usually I would say too, like Cole Kmet's in there to help blocking, but Cole Kmet was not blocking that much in that game. He was open on a lot of freaking plays, and you just weren't throwing him the ball.
No, he was looking for the celebratory. I can't even get the word out. He's looking for the big game.
Yeah,
he's big game, honey. He's been doing it for the longest. He constantly keep looking for the big game when all you got to do is get the ball into your playmakers' hands and let them make plays. That's part of being a great quarterback. That's part of being a great NFL player is when you're able to make plays once you got the ball in your fucking hands.
It is how the NFL game is. The NFL game is like that. Keep it fucking simple. Move the chains, and that play will open up. It always opens up when you move the chains and simplify your game. You don't got to always look for that glory.
Well, but here you go. You're trying to mesh with the kid feels more comfortable doing what he's right. What was when Matt Nagy first wanted DJ Moore? What was DJ Moore's best attribute?
Yards after the catch.
Yeah. Well, that was one of them, yards after the catch.
Yeah.
But his best attribute in Carolina
was quick slants.
He was a deep ball threat.
Deep and quick slants.
He was a deep ball threat. Carolina had Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold throwing bombs to DJ Moore, and we would be like, oh, now I see why they want him. You know what we don't see the Bears do? Stretch the field with DJ Moore.
No, we're always stretching the field with freaking Odunze. He's pretty much our deep guy right now.
I mean, it's Rome every now and again, DeAndre Carter. But my thing is now, if you're not getting DJ the ball on the slants, all you're doing is giving him screens and quick outs and curls. That ain't never been his game.
No.
Well, you know what? I bet you if you were to ask Shane Waldron, why aren't you guys going for more down the field plays? Well, I think the offensive line can't protect long enough. They can, motherfucker, if you go from underneath center and you keep some people in there. Start running a little play action, which brings the fucking defense up, which gets you those one-on-one opportunities on the outside. That's all you got to do, Shane Waldron. It's not fucking hard.
You can easily leave a tight end there to quick block, and then go into a screen, into a read, or to a route. You can.
Frank, you can't do that shit. That's not the NFL.
Yeah, like you don't do that shit anymore.
Here's let me add something else to that. Jackson Smith and Jigma and DK Metcalf said, "Oh, you're not gonna like dude. You're really not gonna like him. You're not gonna like him." When people tell you who they are, Bears fans need to start listening. Upper management needs to start listening. And Fal, this is where me and you gonna disagree a little bit. But I got to put some of this on Ryan Poles too, because you keep picking these bastards. Yeah. You keep allowing them to come in. You haven't addressed the line worth a damn. You are a former lineman, and it's a viral video going out saying, stop picking people that played like you. Stop it.
That's a good point.
The first, second, and third picks this year, no matter what number they are. Line, and line. That's it. We got a first and 2 seconds. If those aren't 3 linemen, he can go.
And I agree with you on that, but also, like I said up there and said, it don't matter if you pick line, and line. If them some of bitches hurt, what you gonna do? It's no fucking good. It's no fucking good. Because I mean, we can always talk about the line. Yes, are our linemen the best? No, not at all. Do we need upgrades? Yes, definitely. But also, we're playing behind the 8-ball because all them some bitches is hurt. They've been like this shit since he's been here. Like the fucking line, like I can't even remember. The line has not, since Pole's been here, there's not been a consistent line where you got this guy, that guy for more than 2 games, if that.
I think the very first season was when they went 3-13. I think that was the season where they had the most continuity, but that was Cody Whitehair and them boys, and that was only for like the first 5 or 6 games.
They didn't even have continuity in because motherfuckers was hurt.
No, I'm saying they had it early. They had it early on, like when they beat, when they started off beating San Francisco and all that. Like the line, like them first, I want to say.
But that might have been a game. Like they haven't consistently had like 4 games in a row where you gonna have all the same exact linemen playing their position.
But that's what I said. It was only like 4 to 5 games that first season.
Yeah, I don't even think it was then. I don't even think it was that many then, but.
Trust me, we still had Sam Mustipher, and me and you and Frank was looking like, here go Musty again with the turns.
Well, shit, because you want to know what's so crazy? The weakest motherfucker on the line was also the healthiest motherfucker on the line. So that's what made it.
And then when we finally bench his ass and we put in the new center, that center gets hurt week 1, and then here goes Mustipher again.
Lucas Patrick and them boys. And
prime example.
Like
prime example, Bill Murray.
Darnell Wright is now Bill Murray was somebody that was kind of like on the scrap heap and we picked up.
Yeah, but the thing about it though is that he came in because Tevin Jenkins got hurt, and within a couple fucking plays, he's done for the season. Tore his fucking pack.
I agree with you. It's the perfect storm, and not perfect isn't good, because you get Nate Davis, and I'm like, yeah, you just don't let a player like Nate Davis go. And Tennessee is like, please take him. Matter of fact, we'll give you some money to take him. He don't want to play no football. Tevin Jenkins, when he's on the right side with Darnell Wright, both of them play well, and neither one of them get hurt. The minute you separate them, either one of them getting hurt at odd times. Bryson Jones plays, but he wasn't that good. Now, the problem that I have is Doug Kramer. This is the first time Doug Kramer has really been healthy in like the 3 years we've had him.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Bates, they knew he had a shoulder when they got him because he didn't play last year because of the shoulder.
Yep.
They tendered him an offer 2 years ago, and the Buffalo Bills kind of messed and was like, yeah, we shouldn't have done that. So then you get a lineman with a shoulder problem. 2 things linemen need: a strong back and good shoulders. He's got a bad shoulder. He's not going to get out of that. And then as far as Pryor, like I think Pryor might be what we need to do to solidify one of those guard positions. But man, that ain't no enough. Coleman Shelton's healthy. We're not having the snap problems anymore, really.
It's true.
But he's not a real good blocker, and he damn sure can't do any line calls. And Chris Moore, hey man, can we fire? I gotta fire somebody.
The only fucking guy who was still here from last year is our offensive line, which sucked last year, and it sucks even worse again this year.
I just feel the need to hit the fire button. Like, at least let me fire him, foul. Like, let me fire somebody. The ball boys. Somebody gotta go. One person at least.
Hey, if you're gonna fire him and tell me Olin Krutz is gonna come to finish the year to coach up this offense, I'd be like, all right.
Hey man, I would call Kevin Maguire right now and be like, hey man, what you want to come consult?
I'd be like, Big Cat Williams, you want to jump in here and tell these guys what?
Damani Dawson, you was a great center. What you want to come and help?
Yeah,
get somebody to know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Well, actually, and this is another thing that I agree with you on when it comes down to the offensive line coach. You're not putting players in the best position to fucking succeed, because I'm still, for the life of me, do not understand why the fuck Tevin Jenkins is not over there at right guard, where he graded out very good last year when he was playing right guard. But the only reason why they moved him back over to the left guard because the right guard that you spent money on to get, you had to justify putting his sorry ass over there at right guard. He's no longer playing. So move Tevin Jenkins over there to the fucking right guard. If you got to move Pryor to the left guard, then fucking move him to the left guard. Or if you got to put somebody else over there to left guard, put him. Or move, since we're having so many problems over there at left tackle, move Pryor to the fucking left tackle position where he's used to being a swing tackle.
Anyway,
you would have done that before, but you just lost Darnell Wright, so now it's kind of.
But here's the thing. Again.
Well, we don't know if he's going to play this week or not. But
I heard he was out 2 to 3 weeks.
No, we didn't lose him. No. He's not injured. He was just hurt.
Okay. He's just not gonna. He's just gonna be hurt for 2 to 3. Okay.
He just banged up.
Okay.
But my thing is foul, like we always say. But if you know your quarterback has a propensity to always bail and run to the right, why not make that your strong side? Put them two behemoths right and protect the kid.
Football is not that hard, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not. But people make it hard when you try to out scheme and outplay. You saw what Arizona did, and this is where I have to give Arizona a lot of credit. They noticed that the defensive line was not stopping the run. They had a drive where they did not do one pass. It was run,
Touchdown.
all the way down the field.
Touchdown. Yep. Not one pass.
Jay Grizz, just to answer your question, do you think that we could have resolved the seen the issues had the starters played more in the preseason? No. I don't think playing more would have solved that, because right now what you're really having what's really ailing this offense is just a scheme. The scheme is like number one, because your offensive coordinator is not putting your team in the best position to be successful at all. Constantly running the shotgun formation is not getting you any fucking where. It's getting you less people. You already know that your offensive line is not the best. You already having them go out there and it's just 5 man against 4, or when they decide to blitz, now it's 5 against 5 or 6 against 5. Advantage them.
Constantly, 46% of the time last game.
So your scheme, your offensive coordinator is really doing your team a disservice, because he's constantly going from fucking shotgun. When everybody has seen, when they go from underneath center, they're getting positive fucking yards. The offense is humming from underneath center. This is my thing. If last year they were talking about, we're going to incorporate some things as far as using Justin Fields' strengths, why the fuck aren't y'all using anything that's going to help Caleb Williams tend to his strengths? How many times have we seen fucking play action from underneath center? How many times have we seen rollouts from underneath center? How many times have we seen rollouts from when he's in shotgun? We don't see it.
You're gonna love this. I just looked up a stat for you too. They ran only 3 run plays, which was actually 2 more than I thought they did, under center this past week Sunday. It was for 12 yards, 9 yards, and 7 yards. All 3 plays under center. The next 3 run plays from shotgun. Right after that successful run, you went right back to shotgun, where you did -1, 2, and 1.
See?
Ladies and gentlemen, we think we know everything, but we really don't know shit.
Yeah.
We really don't know shit. It's apparent.
We aren't dumb as hell, that's for sure.
Oh, we are dumb than a motherfucker. We got to be dumb.
If we're getting fucking.
Before we switch to the upcoming game, let me ask you one more thing with this game. At what point was the bleeding supposed to be stopped? Because to me, that goes back to coaching, to where you said foul, to which you stated positive yards under center, to Frank, to which you just gave us stats. Running the ball would have kept the ball out of Arizona's possession, which would have gave us a little bit more time to possibly get that lead.
It changes Arizona's game plan.
Throwing the ball 41 times in that particular sense, it was
asinine. It was asinine. Frank, do me one solid, Frank. While we about to pay some bills. Look and see the last 2 games, how many times Roschon Johnson has carried the ball, please.
Oh, I think I know that off top, like between 6 and 7 or 5 and 7 times.
Shit, I don't even think it hit 7. But we're going to go ahead and pay some bills. After that, we're going to get right back to you. We're going to answer any questions or anything you guys got to ask us.
High standards prevailed, when excellent craftsmanship was displayed and treated with the utmost importance. Acquire the crisp, refreshing taste of Moore's Beer. Moore's Beer. Raise your standards.
Hey guys. It's a guy that everyone likes to hate, the Crooked Commish. And if you're anything like me, that means you have one of these. But if not, that's okay. That just means you need to head over to Fantasy Jocks. At Fantasy Jocks, they have plenty of championship belts to choose from. But if belts aren't your thing, that's cool, because they also have these, championship rings. At Fantasy Jocks, they have trophies in all other sports, basketball, baseball, plus plenty of other goodies to choose from. So head over to Fantasy Jocks to get all your championship gear and let them know the Crooked Commish sent you.
Hey, I want a belt. I think I need to call.
You know you're still playing?
No. Hey, look, I didn't even look.
I finally lost. I'm pissed at it too. Oh.
All
right, so I'll wait till Foul's camera's off, but he can hear me still. But 2 carries and 3 carries. 2 carries versus
between 5 and 7.
2 carries
right?
versus Washington, 3 carries yesterday or on Sunday. And the crazy thing though is he's almost averaging 4 yards a carry too when he's coming in too. But we don't use him. I don't get it.
Unacceptable.
And that just and this is the thing that gets me is I'm not saying like Swift is not your primary running back because he is. There's no question that he is. But when you just switch things up a little bit and throw Roschon in there to run, who runs in a completely different way, and then you bring Swift back in, that just changes shit for defenses. They gotta scheme differently.
Oh, you mean kind of like how Detroit uses Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery?
Or we can go back to the Green Bay Packers. Remember when they had freaking Aaron and
and Dylan.
Dylan, yeah. Like that was a great 1-2 combo. Why can't we do something like that? I thought this was why we just traded Khalil Herbert for a bag of peanuts. Like that's why we did.
You got these fools in positions of, I won't even say power, but just in positions of leadership roles that think they're the smartest people in the room when actually they're quite dumb. Because something, and again, I go, and let me switch gears because I'll go back to last night. You look at what analytics said. Analytics said if you're Todd Bowles, 42% and 41% chance of you going for 1 versus going for 2 to win the game. That ain't enough. I get what he's thinking. If I go for 2, I'm going to force Andy Reid to call 3 to 4 great plays in 27 seconds with 3 timeouts, and we're going to lose by a field goal anyway. I'd rather go to overtime and pray to God I either A, get the coin flip, or B, hold them to a field goal. Because you know what was going to happen with Patrick Mahomes with 27 seconds left and 3 timeouts. They were going to lose that game either way, whether he went for 2 or not. Same thing, Bears. You knew that you couldn't stop the run. You know what you could do? Kyler Murray, 13 to 20, kind of pedestrian. He didn't really have to do much. I'd rather live with Kyler Murray trying to throw the ball than letting James Terminator Conner just bludgeon us. And then, can we please, Eberflus, you lost at the end of the game, then you did a dumb call at the end of the half. You didn't think they was gonna run the ball.
I knew that they were running the ball. I knew they were gonna plan and just trying to run out the clock pretty much or get it.
Why wouldn't you?
No, I mean, tell you the truth though, like someone else said, I think it was Jericho or whatnot. That's on the players. Because it wasn't like he
on the players.
No, it wasn't. You're right, Fal. They played it like, oh, they just gonna run the ball.
Because the thing was with this, it wasn't like he sit up there and he came and he showed only rushed 3, only rushed 2 guys. You know what I'm saying? Because he was playing a pass. He lined them up. The players did not make the fucking tackles. They didn't make the play.
They were standing still.
Yeah, because Booker gave a half-ass effort. He dove, but it was like he dove, but he pushed him. I was like, what the fuck is that? Grab his legs, try to trip him, any damn thing. You know, it looked sad. I'm sorry, Frank, I had to go take care of my son for a minute. He was crying. But how many times has Roschon Johnson run the last 2 games?
He ran it 2 times the week before and then 3 times this past week.
5 fucking times. 5 fucking rushes from your power back the last 2 weeks.
The 2 weeks before that where we won the game, he was averaging at least 10 carries per game. When you were switching things up, that's what we were talking about while you were gone. When he brought up Monte, how Detroit is pretty much Gibbs and Monte. Why can't we do that with Roschon and Swift? You can do a 1-2 punch. I'm not saying split it 50-50 or something like that, but there is, in my opinion, no excuse. Roschon should be getting freaking 2 to 3 carries a game. It's ridiculous.
You know what you would have done? You would have slowed the game down. You would have extended some drives. And you might have been in a better position because now the 30-point deal, that, I mean, you know, couple touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns, no passing touchdowns, all them field goals. Oh, that was the dumbest safety. Did y'all see that? That was the dumbest safety that I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Like, in the end zone and you going to cut block? Come on, Swift.
Was that even really a cut block, though? The announcers were saying that too. That was more like on the hips.
But it's like
really a cut.
It's like what Fowl said with Dexter. He didn't really propel, but you can't even put your hand in a motion like that to the letter of the actual rule. It is. But that goes back to the discipline that I spoke on, and that starts in training camp. Like, what were y'all doing? You wasn't focused on Hard Knocks for sure, because that was the weakest Hard Knocks I've ever seen in my life of watching Hard Knocks. You didn't hit nobody, which is why people ain't really, tapped up and mudded up, ready to play some football. You didn't play Caleb nearly enough when you should have, but then when there were games he's playing, like, wait, why is this dude still in the game? And then Sunday night, it's like 7-16, 7-11. Game was over. Hey, man, take him out. He's still running for his life. There's no way we're about to win this game. And then what does Eberflus do the very next series? Puts him out again so we can get a little bit more injured. Here's my thing with that. Coaching malpractice again. You're going to get your franchise QB that you just drafted hurt. That's another fireable offense. But your answer was this. Oh, we needed to get him some more reps and more work in the 2-minute drill. He just did the 2-minute drill last week against Washington. Yeah. Clearly, he may be better at doing that than the other 58 minutes of the game. So what the hell are we talking about? He's
right now, this team is like when it rains, it fucking pours. And it makes no fucking sense. They're getting in their own fucking way. Right now, they're going to be playing New England coming up. New England is one of the worst teams in the NFL. Yeah. If they fucking lose to New England, they might as well go ahead and give it up, because I can't see them possibly winning another fucking game unless some type of miracle revelation happens or some shit where they just all of a sudden figure out how this fucking game of football is played, because this shit is looking terrible. I know somebody put in the chat, I forgot who it was. It was Lorenzo saying that Caleb is not skilled enough to operate more from underneath center. I think he is skilled enough to operate from underneath center. I just think that Shane Waldron won't put that shit in there. He won't incorporate. I think one thing about Caleb, I'm not worried about his skills. He is a very skilled quarterback. What I'm worried about is that now that this kid looks like his confidence is gone. Yeah. Because you can tell it by some of the passes. You can tell it by his receivers letting him down as well. He looks a little frustrated. You know, you sit up there, you're seeing some of the same facial expressions from him that you were seeing from Justin Fields last year.
Yeah.
Over there on that bench, looking up, wondering what the hell went wrong.
Let me. I want to piggyback on that question.
And that's coaching, felony.
I want to piggyback on that question. I was just asking, what is the skill that you really need to go under fucking center? To get the ball in your hand? Like, I don't know.
I know what he's saying. I know what he's saying.
I mean, I know footwork is a little bit of a difference and everything like that, but I don't, like, if you're a professional fucking quarterback who was drafted number 1 overall and you're telling me you're not skilled enough to go under center, then why the fuck are you drafted number 1 overall?
Because they running him out of shotguns. One, that's what he's used to, and 2, it's easier for him to identify the blitzes and shit. Yeah.
Okay, I understand. But I mean,
he literally buys him a little
not
more
understanding
time.
the blitzes, though.
No. It's when you're in shotgun, if you go to old school philosophy of football, when you're in shotgun, that is supposed to buy you more time to identify and extend deeper plays. So since Caleb is this great deep ball hunter, to put him in shotgun allows for more intermediate to deeper passes. Under center requires you to A, get rid of the ball a lot quicker, right? Your 3-step drop and pop. Old school football, Kirk Cousins, Peyton, Brady, even Mahomes, you know what I'm saying? The second thing about that is now if you can do anything with the play action game, you can still get your verticality. The shotgun, and I'll tell you the last time, Foul, see if you can remember me on this. When shotgun was super, super popular, the red gun version with Jerry Glanville and Andre Rison and them boys, remember in the Falcons?
Houston Oilers, the run and shoot.
Run and shoot. But defenses just got better because now you got bigger, stronger, faster cover corners, which kind of eliminated that. Then you put the fucking 6'5" linemen that run a 4-5. It kind of eliminated and ate that all up. So now you had to go back to scheme. Right. What Waldron is not doing is he's not scheming to the defense he's playing against. He's trying to make you scheme to what he's doing. But you're not isolating certain people. And I'll be the first to say this because I told you, I said, I think the Commanders deserved a little credit for the defense that they played. But we knew they had a wink leak in this dude named St. Juice. I would have sent 4 or 5 different receivers rotating at him. He didn't do that. He said, this is what I run, stop it. Shit, this is what I ran again, stop it. I'm going to give a variation of what I ran again, stop it. But he had no counter.
Yeah. And Lorenzo said, Lorenzo said that, when you're running underneath center, you have to be able to read the defense faster, which is true. You have to be able to read the defense faster. But I think is this also, Lorenzo, why the fuck are you constantly keep getting positive yards every time you run it from underneath center?
Yeah. But at the same time,
because this is what I've been observing since they run it from underneath center. And it just doesn't have to be run plays because they actually did a fucking play action play, which I was totally fucking surprised from underneath center.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to fall.
So
I almost did too. He almost did. He stumbled. You're not used to it. They probably don't ever fucking run it.
Hey, you know what? Guess what? Little pain and nails ass will be doing right now. We running shit underneath center. You're going to get this shit the whole fucking week. This is what we're going to fucking do because obviously we're trying to win football games here. And if we're getting positive yards from getting plays, running them from underneath center, then guess what? That's what we're going to do because we looking like shit running this shit from underneath shotgun and your ass is running for your life. And you don't like to fucking run. You want to sit back there and fucking dance in the backfield and get sacked and knock us out of fucking field goal position.
6 sacks. 6.
And this is the thing. When we're talking under center and reading defenses, I understand it. But if there's one positive thing I'm going to give for Waldron, the plays do get in there a lot quicker because you do usually see Caleb at least having like 15 seconds to at least 10 seconds to actually be able to read and do something. But you can read defenses while walking up to the fucking center. Like you see quarterbacks doing that while they're walking up to the center, pointing stuff out that they're seeing.
Yeah. I mean, you still got time. It's not like you can't. It's not like you can't sit up there and be like, "Oh, okay, I'm underneath center. Okay, let me back on out for a second. All right, fire. All right, I'm coming back underneath center, and I'm still looking at shit. You still can fucking do it.
Yeah, and this is the thing too. When you're under center,
make sure my ass don't fall.
The ball under center, you are successfully, constantly running the ball under center. When they see you under center, guess what defenses are going to think? Oh, they're going to fucking run the ball. And then all of a sudden you run a beautifully set up play action and you catch DJ Moore wide the fuck open down the field. Like, it's simple freaking game. But like how you were saying, egos, man, he just wants his shit to work and won't change anything.
Well, he can always want that because guess what? I hope his ass renting here in Chicago. That some bitch gonna be gone. That's why when I saw Eberflus, he has to be renting that house. There's no way in hell your ass bought that motherfucker. Ain't no way I will buy a house. I know coming into this season that I was one of those coaches that was sort of on the hot seat. I ain't buying shit.
Let me bring something to light for you all, and we can move on to the Patriots game. Do you all know who number 1, 2, and 3 are for most sack quarterbacks? Do y'all have a guess without looking it up? Do you have a guess?
Caleb Williams.
Caleb's definitely on that list.
Caleb, I think, is second. Who the fuck is that? That's number 1.
Yeah. Deshaun Watson is number 1. Caleb and CJ is tied for.
CJ was 2. The other one I was thinking.
Guess who's next? Just take a wild guess who's next.
Kyler Murray. Gino.
Oh.
Hello. Welcome.
Yeah.
He's not helping this kid. The kid been sacked 30 times already. 30. And that's
you know what?
Not the sacks.
I'll also tell you this though, too, JB. It ain't just the fucking offensive coordinator. It's Caleb Williams too, because I like to say damn near almost close to half of them motherfuckers is on him. Playing in that fucking backfield. And if you want to sit up there and you want to give up on the season, go ahead, Caleb, because guess what? They're going to do it for you. They're going to knock your ass out. You keep fucking around with these big ass, fucking fast ass defensive linemen. They're going to knock your ass out the game. You're going to feel some serious pain because you keep dancing in the backfield like this shit dancing with the stars. If they ain't open, run. You have the ability to slide. They trying to protect you, damn quarter. That's why I don't get you fucking quarterbacks run. They protecting y'all soft asses. You can barely even touch these motherfuckers. You can't land on them when you sack them.
You got to hit them and lay them on a pillow.
Yeah. Damn, like then they just gave who was that? Was that Max Crosby or somebody? They gave him a 15-yarder and he hit him and went just like this.
He hit him with his chest. He said,
yeah. And they gave him a 15-yarder because he knocked the shit out of him. He didn't even land on him.
Yes, David, if he dies.
If he dies, he dies.
Exactly. They gonna give his ass that Drago treatment.
He gonna learn today because I'm telling you now, as low ranked as the Patriots are as a team, they are very disciplined.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, I'll give you that.
They're very and that. Not saying anything about they gonna win this, they gonna win that. No, they are just a very disciplined team.
Well, we're gonna find out because if we got what's his name, Curran, where the fuck his name is, the offensive lineman playing right tackle again. Shit. Caleb, I hope your ass got your running shoes on.
Hey,
I hope you got your running shoes on because you're gonna have to move. You're gonna have to move Pryor from that guard position, put him at one of them tackle positions.
Well. Again, that remains to be seen if he can even play that position because now, I mean, we're so banged up that you kind of have to grind this game out, right? You don't want to put Caleb in a position to drop back another 40 times so he can get sacked 6 times, hit another 10 times. You don't want to put him in that position because one thing we know about the Patriots is they always have, they may have a bunch of no-name people, but they always have solid play calling and discipline. And Gerard Mayo is a disciple of Bill Belichick, played for him, won championships with him.
Well.
And they like I said, they're well coached. They're just not really good. but they're a well-coached team, right? And I know people feel how they want to feel against Drake May, this, that, and the third. But at this point, I can't say the Bears are just gonna just blow them out the water and win this game. And even if they do, I mean, I'm gonna be like, well, you beat the Patriots the same way like you beat the Panthers and the Jaguars, which meant absolutely nothing.
Right. What I want to see this game, I want to see more underneath center. I want to see them run the ball more. I want to see Roschon Johnson get more carries. Because right now, what you're doing is you're tiring Swift out. He may not be worth shit towards the end of the season. Because you got him doing so much. You got him blocking. You got his ass out there receiving. You got his ass out there running. I mean, your number 2 running back has only had 5 fucking carries the last fucking 2 games. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I swear to man, if I see Shane Walsh, I'm gonna smack the shit out of his dumb ass.
Hey.
Just fucking stupid. How the fuck does your number 2 running back got 5 fucking combined carries in the last 2 fucking games? Are you that fucking dumb?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I wish
your fucking tight end has what? 3 fucking targets the last 2 games?
Catches in the last 2 games.
Look at this shit. What the fuck? The fuck is going on up there?
A whole lot of nothing.
This shit is fucking
mirrors and a lot of fools go. We
this shit is fucking
it's healthy, but again,
yeah. It don't matter if the defense is healthy. The offense sitting over there doing the same dumb ass shit. Yeah, the defense can be as healthy as they want to be.
And the reason why I say I'm not overlooking the Patriots like some Bears fans are.
Oh, fuck no. You can't overlook nobody right now.
First of all, we haven't earned that right. First of all, you should never overlook anybody, but you ain't even earned that right to try. But this is the same Patriots. Like, you don't know what Patriots team you're gonna get. You get a Patriots team that might lose by 3, might lose by 20, beat the Jets, beat the Bengals. You never know which one you're gonna get. And it'd be just our luck. He come out here with this bull, and now we done lost to them.
The only good thing that I can say that's coming out of this is that Caleb's not turning the fucking ball over. That's the only good thing that I've seen the last 2 fucking weeks, that he's not turning the fucking ball over.
And I feel like he's not throwing the ball in those dangerous positions to at least, because I'm I'm going more like if I'm seeing like those that should have been intercepted, like I was seeing earlier in
2 picks. 2 picks were dropped Sunday by Arizona. 2.
I saw
and against Washington, 1 was dropped.
I remember seeing 1.
And against the Commanders, there was one that was just really, really bad, and they dropped it, and I was just like,
can they bring Blasingame back, please?
I don't think anyone picked him up.
I would bring him back. I would honestly bring him back, because right now you need some different formations where you need a fullback involved.
Can I ask y'all a question? What position does Doug Kramer play?
Shit, I don't fucking know now.
I was going to say, because if he plays offensive line, we damn sure could use him.
I mean, he's in there to block for field goals, isn't he? I'm pretty sure he's in there blocking for field goals.
So you saying he's not good enough to actually come on the line and give us some help?
I'm not saying he's not, but Waldron's not saying that. But who the fuck gives a shit about that? What that clown is?
Clearly, somebody's saying it, because every time I see him, he's fucking in the backfield blocking for somebody like he's the fullback.
Yeah, I think they put him at guard. I think either last game or the previous game he played a little bit of guard somewhere in there, because we're so fucking banged up. I mean, Ryan Bates. I know they said he should be active this week. Right? Yeah, because they didn't make him active last week. They wanted to give him 1 more week. So that's fine. I don't know where exactly he's going to fucking play. Me, honestly, I mean, I don't know. Is Wright out?
He's going to play left guard. He's going to play left guard. Left or right guard. He's not going to play center because Coleman Shelton is still healthy.
So what about Wright? Is Wright coming back, or he's going to be out for some games?
Wright hasn't practiced yet, so I haven't heard anything on the injury report yet.
Right, they said he did not practice, but that he was supposed to be week to week.
Oh, that means that motherfucker ain't playing.
Honestly, if I had to guess, because and I'm not saying it looking people because, like how you said, you shouldn't fucking look at it that way.
Yeah,
but if Darnell Wright's not 100% going into New England, I wouldn't be playing him.
But you can't say that because
division games.
Jaden Daniels was week to week, and he played because Washington felt that was a game that he had to play. This is a game, I'm telling you now, this is a game we have to win. If we don't win, it's completely over. If
in my opinion, this is a you have to win.
A little bit of sliver of hope.
Yeah, you have to win this.
I'll put it to you like this, though. Do you risk playing him and him getting hurt where he doesn't come back for that Packer game and for that Minnesota game and for that Detroit game?
I don't think
they're back to back. So
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I much rather if push kind of shove, I much rather sit him this game and then have him back for that Packer game.
That's what I think they're going to
because their defense is a lot better. They got Rashawn Gary, and I don't know nobody on New England's pass rush that scares me or hell, even know anybody on their defensive line. Period. So
I just remember the DB Duggars. That's it. I don't remember like they have a bunch of people that I'm not familiar with. You know. I know that they're always disciplined, and I watched the one Patriots game. I watched a little bit of the Titans game where Drake May pulled off some little magic. And Drake May is not bad. Drake May is not bad.
No, I mean, do you realize like Caleb came into the season as the number one guy to win Rookie of the Year, and right now he's currently like 6th. He's like the 6th guy right now. That just shows you. All you Caleb Tramp stampers, trust me, we're not hating on the kid. Y'all can shut up.
Oh, I forgot the running back. I forgot about Ramondre Stevens is not bad.
You don't hear you're not hearing too much about from them Caleb Tramp stampers right now about Caleb right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at the injury report right now. Braxton Jones has already been ruled out for this upcoming week. Yale rookie is supposed to be back though. He was limited in practice today, but they're saying he's more than likely going to be playing. And in my opinion,
I want to see him anyway.
If that's the case and he's playing, I'm seeing Larry Borum going over to the right side, and you're giving Darnell Wright a week off. I just see them doing that. I'm not because you need him healthy for division games. You're not willing on having another nag.
And then Shane Waldron, please, if anybody know that motherfucker, smack him upside the head, something. Please give the rookie some help. Do not come out here. Do not come out there in shotgun formation, leaving that kid on the island one-on-one all damn day. Lead them tight ends. Hell, you ain't giving Cole Kmet no fucking targets anyway. Might as well leave his ass in the block.
If you're going to tell me Cole Kmet's not going to get that many targets, okay. But he better be fucking on that line block.
Mercedes Lewis got a target.
I saw that, dude. I saw that shit. You gave him a target and you didn't give Cole Kmet one. I don't understand.
Caleb Tramp Stampers, holla at me.
They quiet right now.
Oh, they quiet in a motherfucker. Right oh, they ain't got nothing to say. Oh, he's supposed to be so much. He's gonna be so much better than Justin. He's gonna be so much better than Justin. He's gonna be such an improvement over Justin Fields his rookie year. And now he's not looking too good. Oh, well, he's a rookie. He's in his rookie year. Now, motherfucker, you can't have it both ways. He's supposed to be so much better.
Vincent said that from day one.
He's supposed to be so much better.
This is the thing when we're talking about Caleb, and I've said this from week one with Caleb, and I still think Caleb is going to be a very successful quarterback. I really do. But when it's all said and done, when people are comparing him to Jaden Daniels, you went out and got Caleb Williams weapons, but you didn't touch the offensive line. Jaden Daniels went out and got one of the best guards in the NFL and one of the best tackles in the NFL and a damn good fucking center. And look at what he's doing. He can camp out back there before he throws the fucking ball. Like, I mean,
well, he can't. He's having time. But don't get me wrong. I have to give Jaden his props. He's actually, you know what he's doing that what Caleb's not doing? He's taking what the defense gives him.
Right. Immediately.
Caleb just takes what the defense gives him.
Jaden Daniels is simplifying the game of football.
But you know what else he's doing, though? Guess what, Frank? If you're not open, guess what I'm doing?
He runs.
I'm fucking running. Caleb Williams is stopping himself. So you go ahead, you little arrogant little prick, and you keep doing the way you're going to do it. You're not going to last this season. I'm telling you that now. Because you are fucking up. And it's him.
When we're talking about simplifying the game of fucking football, if you're going in those first, just to say the first fucking drive of the game, and you see Caleb Williams run, I'm not saying design runs. I'm not saying that shit. But when you see stuff broken down and you take off for a 15-yard gain and maybe a couple plays later you get another 20-yard gain, they start pressuring, putting people up there to protect you, and that opens up the ball down the field. It is simplifying the game of football, which is why
Frank, that makes too much sense, Frank.
I know,
makes
right?
Too much sense.
I make I don't make $1 million a year like these fucking coaches do, but
maybe you should.
Like, it's common fucking sense.
Here's what I want the Bears to focus on: balance in the run and pass. Right, not 41-23. I want some balance.
Both runners.
Balance all the way all across the board. And how about we actually score in the first quarter? How about that for a change? How about we actually score within the first 15 minutes of a football game?
We are officially.
You want to know who's worse than us?
We are officially the only team in the NFL who has not gotten any points on the first.
No. There's one team that's worse than us.
No.
Who?
Philadelphia.
Yes. Not anymore. Not anymore after their last 2 games.
Nah. Philly's still worse than us. Yeah.
I thought last game that they freaking put up like 17 in the first quarter.
No, they started off slow last game.
Yeah, they started off slow. They started putting it on at the end.
Okay.
By the way, I told y'all about Saquon Barkley.
All right, can we? We should have fucking got a highlight of that fucking leap. Like
that shit was fucking.
I have never fucking seen that shit before.
I don't think any one of us on this panel was against Saquon.
No, I would.
No. No, I'm talking about people that obviously
thought he was washed.
Don't watch football or obviously don't know the game of football, because I've literally went back and forth with people and they sit up there and say, "Oh, Saquon Barkley, this Saquon Barkley." I said, "Look here." I said, "Y'all think Christian McCaffrey is something?" I said, "This fucking kid is better than Christian McCaffrey," and I'm still standing on it. He's better than Christian McCaffrey. This cat is a home run hitter anytime he has the fucking ball. Oh, y'all thought because he was over there in fucking New York being the only fucking weapon behind a bullshit ass line? Like, oh, this kid ain't got no fucking skills? Like, he's sorry? You motherfucking sick?
I never thought.
And now you look at him. You can put him up there as far as candidate for MVP of the league. Cause shit, tell you the truth, he's carrying Philadelphia. He ain't like what's his name? Jalen Hurts is fucking lighting it up.
No, he's coming along in his last 2 games, but Saquon is the reason they got 6 wins.
Yes. Hands down, no question about that. Only Saquon. Because A.J. Brown hasn't been healthy either.
He hurt again.
Yeah, he hurt again. Yeah.
Great. I have him on my fantasy.
Well, shit, I know it's 1:38 and shit. We're going to talk about as much as we can about these fucking Bears in this previous game. But shit, I figure shit, we might as well get some predictions and get into some shout-outs.
I'm cool with that. Oh, fuck. It's on me first.
Yeah, go ahead, Frank. The tank.
Is it sad to say I got Bears winning this game 3-2?
Wasn't that like the beginning of the Saints and Carolina game?
Yeah,
or
dude,
it was
like 3 quarters. It was like 3 quarters. It was 3-2. All right. Realistically, though, I mean, I have to see consistency from my offense before I start putting them back up there to get me some fucking points. I don't care if it's New England. Defensively, I mean, it looks like we're going to be 100% healthy going into New England. I'll knock on wood on that shit right now. So I am going to say Bears taking this game 17-10.
Damn. I always score 17 against New England. Lord help us.
I don't fucking care anymore. They're lucky I didn't just stick with 9. They're lucky I gave them a touchdown.
Hey, shout out to Cairo Santos. Thank you, Bear Down, Mike.
Oh, hands down, dude. If there was an MVP of that game, it was
Cairo hitting 53 yarders. Good job with that weak ass leg. Good job, man. They said the leg wasn't too strong. Good job, 53
Whenever
yarders.
it's above 50, I'm worried about Cairo.
Yeah, me too.
Booted it, so I was happy. That was
Yeah.
shout out Cairo, MVP of that one.
Shout out, Cairo.
So yeah, I said 17.
They said you had a weak leg.
Shout out, other shout outs, all you guys. Hey man, shout out. Tuesday nights are still one of the funnest nights to get on here, even when it's depressing as none other, like this freaking Bears team just gave us this past weekend. Shout out to Tnic. Hope you had a good birthday, my man, out in Arizona. Sorry you had to witness that fucking game out in Arizona though. Other than that, you know what? I'm gonna give a shout out and a quick little chiming in with because I know I had a couple people ask me about my son and his jiu-jitsu tournament this past weekend. Unfortunately, my son got knocked out in the first round of a one-match elimination, so that kind of sucked. We didn't know it was only a one-match elimination. But they gave him, if people don't know jiu-jitsu that much, they gave him first competition match against a gray belt, which is a higher ranking belt than him, so more experience, more tournaments, and more of that under him. And my son lost to him 2-2 and given the 1.0 advantage to the other kid. So he lost just to an advantage point to a gray belt. So in my opinion, that is a moral victory, as much as I hate saying that. But to go head-to-head with a gray belt just proved that my son belongs, and he feels that way as well.
He showed up.
Exactly. He showed up, and he balled out. He did not give up. And craziest thing was that we stayed for the whole one. That same kid who beat my son with the advantage point beat the next three kids that he played 21-0, 19-0, and 17-0.
Damn.
So I was just like, God damn, dude, my son hung in with him 2-2 and lost in that when he blew out everybody else after that. So I'm going to give him his props for that because I couldn't be any more prouder.
Ding, ding.
Ding, ding. Other than that, hey, shout out, welcome back, Grogu. Got to give you a shout out too, my man. Happy to see you back up on the set. You've been a little quiet today. So hopefully, I mean, you're probably pissed at the Bears too, so it's understandable. Yeah, I hear you. Other than that, I got nothing else. Time to go over to the next guy. Bear down. Fucking Bears.
J.B. Statman.
For some reason, I just have a feeling Hunter Henry is gonna have a big game. But we're gonna weather the storm. I pray I'm right.
Would you start him in fantasy? Because he's my bench tight end.
What was that?
Oh, just us? Hell yeah.
You would?
He gonna get a lot of time.
Oh shit! I have to play him. Bowers is on a bye week, so never mind. I have to play him.
Hunter, he gonna get a lot of targets.
All right, I'll have to.
You're gonna get a heavy dose of Ramondre. Hey, you're gonna get a heavy dose of Ramondre Stevens, and you're gonna get a heavy dose of Hunter Henry.
Yeah,
I see. And I feel I don't think we get back on track to the 38, 40 points. I have the Bears 20-16. 20-16. And I just hope they muck it up. I hope they grind it out, run the ball. I will take a field goal. 3 points at least in the first quarter. I would appreciate that. So that would be on Cairo. If we don't beat the Patriots, I can tell y'all Tuesday going to be a very interesting show.
I can see a possible termination coming if we don't beat the Patriots.
Get out of a body bag! Yeah! All right.
Hey,
I can see
Gerard Mayo was looking at his best defender. Hey, next time you see Caleb, sweep the leg. Sweep the leg.
Yeah, Johnny, put him in a body bag.
Frank, shout out to Logan. Foul, shout out to Ricky. He coming up on 3 weeks, right?
Nah, he's coming up on a month tomorrow.
On a month already? Damn, that went quick. All right, because it's November. Duh, it's November. Damn, that went quick, didn't it, bro?
Yeah.
Shout out to Lil Ricky, and I want to shout out my son Jordan, Jordan Bowles. He is in an accelerated program at his school. He's in 8th grade doing basically sophomore work, high school work, and he just got another report card full of straight A's. So shout out to my little man. And
straight
I
A
appreciate
Jordan.
you costing me, because every time he get them straight A's, I got to come out of pocket, but I love it. I'll spend on that. So shout out to him. No, we didn't fire polls yet, Bullets. That's next week. That's next week. We're gonna talk about that if they lose. But yeah, that's what I got, man. That's what I got. 20 to 16. Oh, go Bears.
You're not going to go through the chat, JB?
Oh, it's not. Oh, I didn't know we were doing shout outs. We just doing
This is shout outs. Damn.
We just did shout outs.
We just did a shout out.
Yeah.
No.
Man, you see what the Bears are doing to you, man?
Got your ass here.
All right. So let me, before you get back on track, I just have a few quick shout outs.
Go ahead.
And I'll quick shout outs real quick. Yeah. You'll get set back on track. Shout out real quick to Khalil Herbert. Thank you for what you did do here in Chicago. Good luck to your time in Cincinnati. Good luck to your NFL career there. Hopefully it's a better one and than what you had over here in Chicago and stuff. So always did like him. It's a shame to see him go, but didn't look like he had a spot on the team with us anymore. So and then shout out to my son. He 8th grade made the flag football team there, so he's a bigger boy, so going to be somewhat blocking, I guess. You know, they don't get too handsy there with flag football, but he was excited about trying out, and they told him he made the team there, so he was excited about that. So shout out to my son Julian. Good job on that for sure.
All right, Julian.
Yeah. So JB.
Good job, Julian.
Shout out to you, Crip. Shout out to Julian. Shout out to Lorenzo. Shout out to Tnic. Tnic, man. Hopefully you had a safe flight. Shout out to Skylark. Welcome back, Skylark. Good to see you. Black Sam. Samuel F. Blackwell. Appreciate you chiming in. We haven't seen Skylark in a minute, but Skylark, he came back. He came back with.
Welcome back, Sky, to the lock.
That was a store we used to shop at, the Lark. A lot of people.
Yeah, the lock. Yeah, back then Evergreen Plaza, baby.
Yes, sir. Good clothes.
Expensive as shit.
Boswell Lake. Thank you. Alex Solis, Jeanette Johnson, our P1. Thank you for chiming in. Antonio Conchola, I think I know that guy. Thank you for chiming in. Hey, keep sparing, my man. Andrea Schmitz, thank you for chiming in with the. Andrew, you scaring me. 0-18 Sunday away games does not build any ego. You're right. I ain't earned no ego. Ain't went on the road. That's a damn shame. David, thank you for chiming in. David. Terrence, we didn't get to address your comment about Bill Cowher. I don't think Bill Cowher has any.
Bill Cowher ain't gonna come back for that. No.
Don't want to come because he firing everybody.
You might be able to sneak a Rex Ryan out of media because he always keeps saying that he would want to coach again. You'd have to pay him.
Hey, Bill Cowher probably a little outdated. Goddamn shit.
You might as well get Bill Belichick if you're going to do that too. So I mean, Bill Belichick.
Oh, he firing everybody too.
Yeah.
He firing everybody too. That's the next Cowboys quarterback. But we'll talk about that another. Coach. We'll talk about that another day.
Whoa! Did you say Bill Belichick? No fucking shot. I will place a bottle of bourbon on that bad boy right now.
Or like Deion.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
There is no way Jerry Jones is going to bring in a Bill Belichick caliber coach to coach his team.
He's going to bring in Deion Sanders.
Bill Belichick caliber coach in Jimmy Johnson. So he
he hasn't had one of those since Jimmy Johnson, though. He hated Jimmy Johnson. It's crazy. He hated Jimmy Johnson.
Hey.
He's going to bring in a college coach or something, somebody that he can freaking shine his shoes very well.
Billy, B squared. Shout out to Jay Grizz. Thank you, Jay Grizz. I know you said you came on a little late, but we appreciate you as usual. And Lorenzo was on fire again today, man. We appreciate Lorenzo. Logan, shout out to Logan again. Continued success. Let's see. Leah, shout out to Leah. Thank you, Leah. Shout out to Matt McCray. I believe Matt McCray is a new one. Hey, Matt McCray put that 3-2, Frank. Said that was crazy, but if that game did come down to it, and the Bears actually had back-to-back weeks giving up a safety, fire everybody.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that. That's a good point.
All of them.
Back-to-back safety weeks.
Bear down, Mike.
I'm going 2-0 the entire game too. Cairo's kicking a game-winning field goal.
Oh God. No. If that don't even put that in the atmosphere. I don't want any energy.
That'd be a crazy.
But Bear down, Mike. Thank you, Bear down, Mike, for chiming in. We appreciate. I think is Bear down, Mike new, or is that Bear down, Mikey Hughes?
Bear down, Mike. Let us know in the comments. Are you new, my man? Or you just change the name, maybe. Happy to have you on.
Yes, Flus. Bear down, Mike. Yes, if we lose to the Patriots, will Eberflus be the first coach fired in mid-season by the Bears? Better be.
I think it'd be the first time in Bears history they do it if that's going to be the case. But I mean, I guess it really depends if they do lose, how they lose. If you lose a game like 21-6.
You see what the Saints did? They only lost. What was that score? Like 23-20 or 23-22, whatever that was. Dennis Allen did. And he was actually not bad. Again, thank you. Shout out to my brother from Another Bullets. Appreciate you all the way from the West Coast, giving us that Cali love. We appreciate you. Yeah, okay. Check us out at Hallis Hall Report tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Hey, send that link. Bear down, Mike. We love to chime in. We always going around supporting podcasts. We're one of the few podcasts that don't feel we're in competition with everybody. We're trying to gain momentum and actually give a podcast version of real media. So whereas local, national media, we blowing smoke.
More often, my man.
So yes, drop that link and we definitely will be on Bear Down.
Yes,
we appreciate it.
Yeah, put that link in the chat, man. Put that link in the chat.
Shout out to you, Crook. Shout out to you, Foul. Y'all already know it's Election Tuesday. I got it on in the back, but I'd rather be here with my brothers talking sports, good or bad. Shout out to SB. Shout out to, again, Jordan for his academic endeavors and achievements. And last but not least, shout out to Miss Sandra, most affectionately known as the podcast mom. If I only got one person watching, you know it's her. That's it. Love you, lady.
Yeah. Say it. Great shout out there, fellas. First of all, my predictions for this game. I'm going to say the Patriots. And the reason why I say the Patriots.
Hey, cut the music. Hold on.
Come on, man.
Cut the music. What? Please tell me.
The reason why I'm going to say the Patriots, because I want the fucking Bears to win. I've been picking the fucking Bears the last couple of weeks. Their ass been losing. So I'm picking the fucking Patriots. And if they beat the Patriots, guess what?
You're picking it out of superstition. That's what I'm doing with Green Bay from now on, too. Until the Bears actually.
Yeah. And if we beat their ass, guess what? I'm picking Green Bay to beat our ass, too.
Absolutely. I will take the loss on here to make sure that the Bears win every fucking time.
So I'm going to say we're going to lose 21-17 to the New England Patriots. That's my. Now, on to my shout outs, because that shit hurt just saying it, but fuck it. All right, shout outs. First of all, I want to give a shout out to my green machine, the man Grogu. He came back this week, baby. You know, he's out there. He had a couple weeks. You know, he out there filming a movie, man. You know, him and the Mandalorian. Y'all make sure y'all catch that shit now. It's coming out soon. It'll be probably out next year sometime, though. Him and the Mandalorian, they got their own movie coming out. Ain't that right, Grogu? Fucking right, homie. Shout out to you guys. JB, Frank the Tank, Crooked Commish in the back, super producer. You know what? Yeah, that's right. Give him the force. I'm gonna do this shit. Hey, check this out. Hey, check this out, B. I'm gonna do this shit my JC voice. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give a shout out to y'all sons out there, Jordan, and you know, Frank the Tank, your son, and the Crooked Commish, your son. You know, little young fellas, they doing their thing out here, you know what I'm saying? So I want to give a shout out to them. I want to give a shout out to all the sponsors. You know, shout out to In the Zone. Shout out to Hugh. Shout out to Moore's Beer, you know, the great fulfilling drink that JB and all the fellas like to rock. Shout out to Visions, because you got to have that vision.
Vision.
You got to have it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Visions. You know, also shout out to our new sponsor, Fantasy Jocks. Anytime you guys out there, you know, you're doing your fantasy thing, you need rings, you need championship belts. Shout out to Fantasy Jocks. They hook you up.
Do you
tell them that Hove
after puberty yet?
Yeah, tell them that Hove sent you. Tell them that Hove sent you. You get the Hove discount.
He better hope he get up out of here for didn't tell him.
Oh, you almost had it. You're gonna be quicker than that.
Yeah. I also want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to the kiddies. You know what I'm saying? My two girls. They got good grades this time. Well, shit, they normally get good grades all the time. So I want to give a shout out to them deuces. You know what I'm saying? They did their thing today. So no complaints on report card pickup. I really don't care who wins the election because I think we fucked either way. So it is what it is. You know, and make sure we ain't got no copyrights and shit.
I voted for
once again, shout out to the chat. The chat was lit. Thank you guys for tuning in. You know, thank you for rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. You know, the Chicago Clubhouse Network. You know, we got things going on every single day of the week, majority of the time. You know what I'm saying? On Mondays, we got the Crooked Commish with his fantasy. Tuesdays, the Chicago Clubhouse Network. You know what I mean? Clubhouse Podcast. You know what I'm saying? With us, me, Frank the Tank, Foul Mouth C, our boy Grogu, JB, and Tnic. Wednesdays, we got She Said What She Said, dinner with our homegirl, Sherry Green. Thursdays, we either got Plunk or we got Bull Spit. You know, we also have Easy Does It whenever the hell he does his thing. You know what I'm saying? You never know with Easy, though, Easy. Easy be taking it easy half the time. Also, on Sundays, you can catch us before the game. We got the Chicago Bears, the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast pregame show, you know, starring the Crooked Commission, whoever he has on coming on as well. Other than that, I want to give, you know what I'm saying, to the Chicago Bears. Hopefully you guys do good. Also, I want to give a moment of silence to the police officer that was shot and killed today, early this morning. Unfortunate situation. So a moment of silence for the officer that was shot and killed. And shout out to Chicago. We got to do a better job. Love each other. Honor each other. And I'm not going to be like Tnic. I'm not going to take all day. I want to give a shout out to my son. It'll be a month tomorrow. Shout out to my baby. She back there chilling with him, watching him. Shout out to my mama. Mom, I love you. And other than that, for Frank the Tank, Foul Mouth C, JB, the Crooked Commission, our boy Grogu, guess what, people? We out.
You got to decide whether you're a wolf or a sheep.
Bye.
We know the Bears are fucking sheep right now.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the fuck they are.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.
Oh, shit.
Good night, Salvador.
Bye.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.
Good night, Brazil. Button up.